You are in the middle of a heated argument. You know you're right, but the other person just isn't listening. You try to explain, but they keep talking over you. You get louder, they get louder, and before you know it, you've lost control, walking away frustrated and defeated. What if I told you that winning an argument has almost nothing to do with being the loudest person in the room? What if you could use 5 simple, psychologically backed principles to calmly guide any conversation and make your point impossible to ignore? In this video, I'm going to share those 5 techniques with you. Most of us are taught to argue with brute force. We think the person with the most facts, the most passion, or the loudest voice will come out on top. But if you've actually tried that, you already know the truth. It almost never works. Yelling just makes the other person defensive. Drowning them in facts just makes them tune you out. You both end up in a stalemate, feeling even more disconnected than when you started. The real key to winning an argument isn't about overpowering the other person. It's about understanding them. It's about using smart communication tools rooted in human psychology to bypass their defenses, connect with them, and guide them to your point of view. These aren't cheap tricks. They are powerful, proven strategies. The single biggest mistake people make in an argument is starting with disagreement. The moment you say, "No, you're wrong," or, "But actually," you basically declared war. The other person's brain flags you as a threat. Their defenses go up, and nothing you say is going to get through. So, the first technique is to do the exact opposite. Start with agreement. Find something, anything, in their argument that you can genuinely agree with. This is called the agreement frame. Let's say a coworker says, "This new project timeline is impossible. We're going to fail." Instead of saying, "No, it's not," try, "I agree. This timeline is incredibly challenging, and it's going to stretch our resources thin." After agreeing, you can pivot. "And because it's so tight, I think we need to get strategic about how we approach it. What if we started with X and Y?" The tension drops, and the conversation shifts from confrontation to collaboration. Think about the last argument you had that spun out of control. The volume went up. When you get louder, you trigger a defensive reaction. Yelling is like pouring gasoline on a fire. The second technique is to master your emotional thermostat. When they get loud, you get quiet. A calm, quiet voice is disarming. It forces the other person to lean in and actually listen. If someone says, "You never listen to me," instead of yelling back, lower your voice and say, "It sounds like you feel really unheard right now, and I want to fix that. Tell me what I'm missing." A quieter tone conveys authority and control, shifting the energy of the entire conversation. Arguments often derail because they spiral into vague generalizations like, "You always do this," or "You never help." These are impossible to prove and feel like personal attacks. Use the factual zoom in. Focus on specific, undeniable facts. Instead of, "You're always late," say, "Our meeting was scheduled for 9 a.m. and you arrived at 9:20. That's the 3rd time this month, and it's causing our team to fall behind." This keeps the conversation grounded in reality, not emotion. In most arguments, people aren't truly listening. They're preparing their rebuttal. Use the echo technique. Before presenting your point, summarize theirs. For example, "Let me make sure I'm understanding you. You're feeling that the new sales strategy is putting too much pressure on the team because you don't have the resources to meet the new quotas. Is that right?" This makes them feel heard and primes them to listen to your response. Once they confirm, they give you psychological permission to speak. The ultimate trap in any argument is ego. We get attached to being right. The 5th technique is to shift from who is right to what is right. Care more about finding the best solution than winning. When you say, "That's a good point. I hadn't considered that," you instantly disarm the other person. Ask things like, "What's the best possible outcome here?" Or, Help me understand where my thinking might be wrong. This collaborative mindset makes people far more open to your perspective. So let's recap. Use the agreement frame. Master your emotional thermostat. Use the factual zoom in. Use the echo technique. And finally, shift from who is right to what is right. None of these involve aggression. They're all about control, empathy, and strategy. Persuasion is powerful. Use it ethically. Dark tactics like manipulation might win a moment, but destroy trust long term. Use these techniques wisely, and you'll never leave another conversation feeling powerless again. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this.